all my budget angels, and welcome back to this channel. For the ones that are new, hello and welcome to this channel where we do saving challenges, cash stuffing updates, and plenty of tutorials on how to budget. Today, my angels, we're going to be discussing about the differences between traditional IRA versus Roth IRA and which plan will work best for you. If this is something that you're interested in, don't forget to follow this channel, like this video so that YouTube can suggest this video to others in learning how to budget. Also, don't forget to hit that post notification so you will not miss another post. Alright, you guys, let's go ahead and discuss the differences between our traditional IRA versus Roth IRA. Okay, my angels, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and open this up. So the first thing we're going to discuss about is the traditional IRA benefits. So number one, your funds. When you contribute to a traditional IRA, your funds will be pre-tax based on your AGI, which is your annual gross income during income tax season. And so what that means is, like up underneath number two where it says taxes, within that tax bracket, your contribution will be affected by a tax deductible based on your ordinary income from your employment. So that's what that means. Let me go ahead and show you an example before we discuss about the Roth IRA benefits, you guys. And let me get a marker because I laminated this, you guys. But let's just say your annual gross income is around, let me take this out. Okay. Let's just say your annual gross income is around $75,000 per year. Okay, and let's just also say that, for example, you owe 24% of taxes within the end of the year. We're going to say 24%. So you pretty much is going to calculate that annual gross from the taxes that you will owe to IRS to see how much you're going to be left with throughout your annual gross income. Let me go ahead and get my trusty calculator so you can see what I mean. So I'm going to pretty much multiply my annual gross income from the tax liability, okay? So 75,000 multiplied by 24%. Which means I will be owing $18,000 to IRS. Okay, so now since I know how much I owe IRS by the time income tax come around, now I'm going to take that annual gross income and place that underneath where it says your taxes you owe. I'm going to place that up under here. I'm going to place that 75,000 and I will be subtracting it by how much I owe for IRS to see how much I'm going to be left with. So that $18,000 that I owe IRS, I'm subtracting that from the $75,000. So let's go ahead and do that. Which means I'll be left with $57,000 to myself. Okay, and to let you know, this is what happens when you don't contribute to any retirement plan. That's what this example is explaining to you. Okay, my angels, so let's go ahead and calculate what happens when you do contribute to a retirement plan. So for example, once again, we're going to take that $75,000 annual gross income and place it here. And then we're going to subtract about how much I want to contribute out of my $75,000. So I'm going to say I contribute $15,000. Okay. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to pretty much subtract from my annual gross income from what I want to contribute into my retirement. So let's go ahead and do that now. So 75,000 subtract 15,000 will be roughly about 60,000 for me to be left with out of my gross income. So let's go ahead and put that there. Okay. So now since I know how much has been coming out of my gross income for a contribution for my retirement, now I am left with 60,000, right? So let's go ahead and calculate also the percentage of how much they're going to pretty much tax out for the end of the year, okay? So we are left with 60,000 of my gross. We're going to place that here. And then we're going to multiply it again, once again, with the 24%. Okay? So let's go ahead and multiply that by 24%. So that would be roughly $14,400 that I will have to pay towards taxes. And you can actually see the difference between when you don't contribute to when you do contribute. So it's pretty much around $4,000 lesser than the $18,000 when you don't contribute. So those are the pretty much difference. Let me put this to the side, y'all. So that is the difference in what you see when you contribute towards a retirement plan and when you don't. So this what the results will be 18,000 if you don't, and if you do, it will be 14,400. So let me put that back in here. And I hope this make much sense to you guys and how that works. Just to give a short, brief explanation, all they're going to do is deduct the 24% from your annual gross minus no contribution at the top. And then with you choosing to have a contribute out of your money, you're pretty much helping yourself gain from what they're taking out of your gross income. I hope that makes sense, because you rather want to contribute towards a retirement than not to. Because look at the difference at this and then that. When you don't contribute, it's 18,000. When you do, it's 14,000. This is just an example. It's not saying that's exactly what you're going to have, but when you put half of what they're taking out, you're saving yourself more money than you realize. So I will advise you to go ahead and do a retirement plan right now, you guys. I am encouraging and motivating you. I already started my Roth IRA. I just wanted to let y'all know that. And I will discuss more details about that at the end of the video. But let's go ahead and go back and discuss about the Roth IRA benefits, okay? So let me put this marker up, y'all. Okay, so for the Roth IRA benefits, so with your funds, now the reason I chose the Roth IRA is because it's tax-free, okay? When you contribute towards a Roth IRA, it will be tax-free. You wouldn't have to worry about any tax deductible or anything, you know, such forth. And so with number two, with the taxes, with the tax bracket, your contribution will only be affected by a 10% penalty fee if you withdraw early, depending on your company you work for or a personal account that you open, and their age requirement distribution. You will pretty much calculate the same way as traditional IRA, you know, which will be this up here. Well, yeah, the examples here, okay? And so the only thing about that, like I say, you wouldn't have to worry about any tax deducting beforehand for your Roth IRA, the Roth IRA, y'all, sorry. But that's the reason why I chose that. So I just wanted to give y'all the two differences in what happens here on this first outline. So let's go ahead and discuss about the second part of the benefits between traditional IRA and Roth IRA, y'all. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the tax rate options, okay? So for the traditional IRA benefits for the tax rate option, this will help you to determine if this plan works best for you based on the tax rate, which require how early you choose to start investing at a certain age, as well as pay attention to the tax rate when they are high. You want all your coins to be growing when it's low, so they can grow decades later when it's time to retire, okay? So this is just showing a little picture of Sarah's age. I'm just giving an example between her ages of 35 and 65, right? So up underneath here, you see the little scale is talking about the current tax rate. So it's saying at that moment around Sarah's age, it was pretty high, right? So she's trying to decide whether she want to go ahead and put her funds starting during that higher rate for a traditional IRA. But she realized it would be much wiser if it was much lower. So she's still trying to weigh her options around her age. She don't want to wait too long now. That's what I'm going to say. She don't want to wait too long, but she wants to pay attention to the time of her early of investing into the traditional IRA, and also of their rates if it's pretty much low. So it can help her to gain more momentum towards her finances. So I hope that's helpful for you to understand. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Roth IRA benefits in their tax rate option. So it is a required lower rate in retirement for a Roth IRA to help increase your finances decades later. The reason is that when the taxes started to rise, you will be glad that you started early, so it will not affect you in the long run. So once again, with the scale, she decided, she's seen that her rate was pretty low, and she said, I'm going to go ahead and start immediately, you guys. And so she put all her coins as much as she wanted to contribute at the age of 35, and she see that her coins have grown in the future, later down the line, like 3 decades later, she have grown tremendously with her finances. So that's basically how it looks for traditional IRA and the Roth IRA. When it comes, like I say, traditional IRA, just be cautious and knowing when the taxes, monitor when the taxes are pretty low for you, because if it's very, very high, it's going to, affect you in the long run. So you want to be cautious on both to make sure that they are low. That's what I would say. But the conclusion of it is the tax rate have the potential to change in the future depending on state you live in. With that being said, choosing between a traditional and a Roth IRA is a complicated financial decision. The best way to make your final decision should come from the help of a financial advisor, you guys. So I just want to give y'all that pretty much disclaimer. So I'm just basing off of what I have researched and understand from my point of view. So like I say, I will advise y'all to go to a financial advisor and ask for more information about the tax rate options and what is all, what pretty much will help with the pros and cons of that for both. Okay, you guys. So that's what I would recommend you to do pretty much. So let's go ahead and go over to the traditional IRAs and Roth IRA benefits of contributing and, contribution and income limits. Okay, so the traditional IRA, there is a limit to pre-tax funds, but you can still make non-deductible contribution and benefits from tax-free growth. So what this means, for example, I'm going to give you the example that I wrote. So say that I have already met the standard from what I set up for them to take out every 2 weeks on my pre-tax fund and wanted to consume more than the limit that was given, I will be able to contribute my personal cash and benefit from tax-free growth. So like I say, they automatically will take out, just like any check, when you get a paycheck from your employment, they will automatically take out early before you receive your check. And so if you feel like you want to contribute more and you have a little bit of extra cash here and there from your hustle or whatever the case may have, you could add on more towards your contribution towards your traditional IRA if you choose to want to. So that will also help you to grow tremendously in that. That's what I wanted to say to you guys. So with the Roth IRA, for the Roth IRA, it depends on what company you choose to start your Roth IRA and their limitation policy based on how high your income is. For example, for mine, this is very true for mine that I wrote, for example, you guys. So mine consume modified adjust growth income of no more than $153,000 for singles or $228,000 for married, depending on my filing status, So I just found this out currently about the Roth IRA that I signed up for, you guys. And so I will show you all my I will talk to you guys a little bit after I finish talking about the benefits about how I open up mine, you guys. So in case if you're interested, and then I'll let you know. And also it will be a link if you want to open up your Roth IRA, will be in a description box below. So I just want to let you guys know that now. But yes, that's basically how this works. So to give a summary for this traditional IRA, it all based on every 2 weeks, and you can add on more with personal cash after the fact. So I just want to let you know that now. So there's no limit to that. But with Roth IRA, it depends on what company, and they do have a limit if you are employed with someone. So you have to be very mindful with your annual gross. And so just be careful with that. I just wanted to let y'all know that. So let's keep going. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the requirement minimum distribution, which is called RMD. For traditional IRA, for the traditional IRA depends on the company you work for. It will normally be 65 years old and up. Honestly, I looked up on IRS before I finished, you guys. It says something about 72 years old. So just look within your company, and it seemed like that might be the current, but I'm just estimating if it's still for some companies 65 and up. So this is when they allow you to withdraw, but will take 10% penalty fee each time you withdraw early from your contribution. For example, being a 65 years old retired man, his total contribution is $200,000, and with that $200,000, he had to calculate 10% penalty fee from that 200,000, you guys. So that would mean the same way I showed y'all the first example, it's the same way here. So he will be owing $20,000 worth of taxes towards IRS, which means $180,000 is left for Ben to enjoy during his retirement, you guys. And so that's dealing with not taking anything out early. If you take something out early now, they will, for traditional, just giving you a heads up, they will charge you 10% every single time you withdraw early, unless you have a real good reason why you needed it. They will list that with whoever you have your plan with. So I just want to let y'all know that now. I have experienced that already, so I'm just giving y'all personal advice of what I experienced. Okay, and so with Roth IRA, the Roth IRA account does not require RMD rules. However, and I'm going to make a screenshot here to let y'all know what IRS is saying about that. But however, the rules will apply when you leave here from the earth and your funds are in the hands of the person you have as your beneficiary. Also, the rules change in 2024. Later throughout the year, the RMD is no longer required after April 1st, 2024, you guys. So if you want to find out more information currently that for the upcoming year, I'll suggest you go on irs.gov and look up more information about their rules for traditional and Roth IRA benefits and what happens. So I just wanted to let y'all know that now. Okay, but for example, if Ben is 65 years old, retirement man, his total contribution is $200,000. Ben waited to withdraw all his contribution at 65 years old of age. This means $200,000 will not be taxable nor be affected by the 10% penalty fee. Ben decided will be able to enjoy all his contribution during his retirement. So I hope you understand what the requirements for the of the minimum distribution and what it costs to have that up underneath those two differences. Like I say, it only will affect if you left from the earth and you left it up on another person's beneficiary. That means it will apply to them. You understand? So whoever you pass that down to, it will apply to them. But for a traditional, it will immediately apply. So I hope y'all get that. All right. And lastly, I wanted to discuss the combined limits. Okay, now this is for both traditional and Roth. The income maximum limit that I know currently at the moment that you can contribute to will be $6,500. I will give y'all a screenshot because even with mine, it says the same thing. So they are right about that. Now be aware that there is a possibility that it can increase as the years go by. So I just wanted to let y'all know that now. And I pretty much hope that all of this has helped you guys tremendously in what I'm explaining. I hope I wasn't explaining it too fast. If you have any questions, I will give you the best of my knowledge of what else I know. You can also comment in the comment section below just to let you know that now. But I hope this helps you to figure out if you like traditional IRA or Roth IRA. So I just wanted to say that, and I hope this the entire benefits will help you to make a better decision for yourself. And like I told you guys, let me put this up for a second so I can talk to y'all about something else. But let me bring this up close. So this is one of my products, you guys, my necessary investment. Okay. And so I decided to make this for long-term care budgeters that are thinking about doing a lot of long-term care decision making. So we do have a lot of things that can help you with its savings challenges. It also has debt trackers to help you to pay off your debt. So I just want to tell y'all that now. Also saving goals if you want to get to your 1,000. Rainy day savings. All kinds of, this is my book, y'all, so y'all see a lot of coloring, but I do have a 401k tracker in case you're interested in a 401k. I also have a percentage contribution at the top, and it has all the information. And we also carry what it means for a 401k. If you don't know what it means, I also put the definition here for a 401k. And so we also have a step-by-step guideline to help you and understand. And also it's the same with the Roth IRA. So that's the real reason why I opened this up, since we are talking about the Roth IRA, y'all. So you can use this tracker. Let me just say this. You can use this tracker not only just for Roth IRA, you can also use it for traditional if you want to. You can take this book and make it your own and how you want to save. You don't have to do exactly what it says. I just want to keep that, option open for anybody that do want to buy this book. Like I say, it will be in my Etsy shop in the description box below. So in case you want to go and visit and buy you one to go ahead and get started. But I have already started mine, you guys, and we also have a step-by-step guidelines for this as well. And we also carry what it means to what is a Roth IRA definition down here at the bottom in case you want to read and learn more about it. And so yes, we have a tracker, and so I am going to be starting, like I say, 1,000. It's my saving goal. It doesn't matter what your goal is. It don't have to be super high. It don't have to be 15,000, 20,000. If you just want to start at 1,000 or lower, that's up to you. It's not nobody else's concern in how you want to start your savings. So I just want to say that out loud. And so I feel like I can be done with that with less than a year. And so each coin will be worth $5.05. So also, while we're here, let me go ahead and mark, because I just contribute recently another 5, you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in while we're on camera. Okay, so now I will give a screenshot right here to the right to show y'all what it looks like totally right now in my account. But yes, you guys, I had decided to add another 5, and they do match. Now, to let you know, they all match with what you have into your account. So I'm loving the plan that I pick. Like I say, I picked the Roth IRA because for one, it's tax free, and so that's why I love it, and that's why I chose it. But I decided to do this video because someone was concerned about what's the difference, and they trying to make their decision. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Let me go ahead and close this up. But yes, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that YouTube can suggest this video to others in learning how to budget and learn and educate with, their finances as well. And also, don't forget to follow this page if you have not yet, and join the family. And also, don't forget to hit that post notification and make sure it is checked on all so you will not miss another post, you guys. And make sure you also check all my other previous videos. If you're new here, welcome. And check out my budget book for beginners if you're trying to start budgeting for your expenses, seeking funds, cash breakdowns, cash cards. We have it all. We also have cash stuffing updates. It all will be part 1 through 5 in the description box below. So make sure you check that out as well. And I hope to see you all later. Have a blessed one.